Barakatah Yahawah,
Barakatah Yahawah,
Barakatah Yahawashai,
Barakatah Yahawashi,
Barakatah Yahawah,
Barakatah Yahawah,
Barakatah Yahawashai.
Barakatah Yahawashi.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. Now, if you're focusing on this picture right here, where we have for exhibit, it states, am I going crazy? Because at times, like Satan will play you against you. You know, he'll have you thinking that the brothers are actually the enemy and you are in the right. You know, so this is what this lesson through the Spirit is going into. That's what I'm saying, Elder?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll jump into Matthew chapter 18, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
It says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So if you have a brother and you feel that he has trespassed against you, you're supposed to address that issue with you and that brother. You don't supposed to wait 6 or 7 months and let it build. What happens is that demon gets resistance and he becomes stronger on you.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Right. So basically, if you feel that you've been trespassed and you go to your brother and let's just say, per se, he was going off, or so we will just say he was going off, and then you address that situation. If he hears you, then you gain him. Why? Because basically that demon has been exercised to get off that brother. You know, but at the same time, you have to be direct and you can't sit on him. You have to be more so assertive in this matter.
Verse 16,
Mm-hmm.
but if he would not hear thee,
Now you done, this brother has a problem, and so you have went to him and you trying to address that problem with that brother, and he doesn't want to listen.
then take with thee 1 or 2 more,
So you get another brother or 2 brothers. Go ahead.
that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Right. So that's the witnesses, because the witnesses is just actually going to bring the confirmation that what that brother is doing is going on.
Verse 17, and if he shall neglect to hear them,
So okay, so let's just say it's basically a counsel. So let's say that brother, get along, don't want to listen or hear or hearken to you, and then along with the 2 other brothers, go ahead,
tell it unto the church.
bring it to the camp as a whole. Go ahead.
But if he neglect to hear the church,
So if the church agrees with what you and the 2 other brothers, which are the witnesses, and they agree, if they agree that you are actually in the right, go ahead.
let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican.
Right, because he has to basically be kicked out of the camp. Why? Because he's become cancerous, and that cancer begins to spread. And what happens, once cancer has actually entered the body, and if it's not treated or annihilated, it affects the body.
That's why I put up the image here. It says, am I going crazy? Because in this walk, in this truth, and as the other apostles say, this thing of ours, because we are of the Most High's hopefully elect, you get plagued of the mind, and you get tempted by Satan. Satan uses those that are the closest to you to as a hindrance.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll have you thinking one way about a particular individual, or he have you thinking one way about a group of individuals. But at the end of the day, you be having to rebuke those sensations, them temptations, and that demon ultimately, because with that division, that's what Satan uses to start trying to get you, get you by the wayside, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you always are gonna feel some type of way, because we're all grown. We're all grown men, grown ass men, and we got years and years and years of filth in the world, that we constantly are trying to purge away. So you're always gonna feel, so something's always gonna happen,
right?
But it's experience and spiritual growth, is what allows you to overcome that, But you can't, so you gotta constantly rebuke those spirits, mm-hmm. and those thoughts. Because you start in your mind like, man, I'm going crazy, man. I'm going crazy, man. That's when it be time you gotta fast, you gotta pray, mm-hmm. You gotta really gotta remove yourself from the equation. You can't make it about you per se, and then just let the Most High work it out.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta,
because no one wants to be rebuked, but at the same time, it's necessary. It's a part of this thing, man.
Yeah, it is. It is what it is. It's part of it. In order to be perfected, you gotta be told something that's off about yourself.
Right.
And on the workplace, they call it constructive criticism.
Right.
You know, so in this truth, you know, we're filthy. You know, and even all of our righteousness are as what is it called?
Accounted for as filthy rags.
Yeah, filthy rags. You know,
Mhm.
this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 20. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently?
Right, because hey, if you are actually buffeted for your faults, it's necessary. You know, it's no glory in that. You're being buffeted because you are in the wrong. I mean, you're not taking the low when you're actually in the wrong, man.
But if when ye do well,
Meaning that hey, you're not doing anything, go ahead.
and suffer for it,
Meaning you allow it, go ahead.
ye take it
Now
patiently.
that's actually taking the low. Okay, although you're in the right, but at the same time, you take the consequences like a man. Because why? YAHAWASHI is going to rectify you, and that's what the latter is going to.
This is acceptable with YAHAWASHI.
Right, and then that way, basically, it's acceptable with YAHAWASHI, and you're going to be blessed for that.
Con. This is Proverbs chapter 21 verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
It says, every way of a man is right in his own eyes.
That's right. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes because he's using his own carnal instincts, you know, to judge a matter. And you're not supposed to do that when you're within the spirit. You're supposed to utilize the scriptures. Go ahead.
But the Lord pondered the hearts.
Yeah, but the Lord pondered the hearts, man.
Yeah. And that's one of my favorite scriptures right there, because that's why to every story there's always two sides, and both sides are always going to be, the majority of the time, 99% of the time, are going to be hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, believable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you get, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it says every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondered the heart. Every decision that's made upon planet Earth, it isn't the right decision.
Right.
You know, even some type of judgment that come down, sometimes they're not right, but it is what it is.
Right.
The Most High tries your character.
Mm-hmm.
When Abraham went out to sacrifice Isaac, he was being tried.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're no different as far as being tempted and being tried. You know what I'm saying? In this walk of ours, because that is the only way that we can ultimately be that refined gold. You know,
Right.
that be that tried gold as is tried in the furnace, man. The furnace of what? The furnace of adversity,
Right.
or affliction. You know, and it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, so you know it's really a continual learning process, because the Most High uses that to purge things out of you that aren't needed. You know, whether it's some type of emotional, some type of thought, you know, so something about yourself that is not beneficial to your spiritual well-being. The Most High put you in an uncomfortable situation to where you have to fall back, and you really have to analyze not only the situation but yourself internally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like one of our old football coaches used to say, Jake be, you know what I'm saying, screwing up. He said, like, man, you need to do some soul searching, man. You know, you got to really dig deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick precept for you, bro. In Jeremiah 17:9, it says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
Yeah, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to remove yourself from the equation completely, and then look at it from an outer perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because as it is written, every way of man is right in his own eyes. So you already have convinced yourself that your thought pattern is correct,
Mm-hmm.
that what you said was correct.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that you suffered for this incorrectly or unjustly,
Mm-hmm.
and it is what it is. You know, and because sometimes decisions are made and they aren't the right decision. There have been guys that have been kicked out and then were engrafted back in,
Mm-hmm.
or there were guys that were questionable, you know, and got kicked out, but they still doing the work of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI.
Mm-hmm.
Some things just happen,
Right.
you know, and it is what it is. But when your character is being tried and being tested, you know, ultimately, it reminds me of the prodigal son, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he, you know, when the scriptures go into, oh man, I can't remember what it was, but his son, he asked his son to do something,
Mm-hmm.
and he, you know, he said he wasn't gonna do it. I can't think of it right now, but I just remember that story, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he later on ultimately ended up doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same way in this truth. Like when certain things happen, and you feel that it was right at that moment, when you come back to it, you know, you coming back at it as repenting or lowly about it. You know, you're actually remorseful about it, and you just kind of just want to move forward and move past it. You know, you got to have that contrite spirit about things, man. You know, because at the end of the day, this is all about YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, and this brotherhood, as it is written in the Gospels, said this is how you would know the Lord's men. You know, those that follow Him for the love that they have one toward another. Because you gotta understand that these men out here on these highways and byways, these men, like the Elder Malcolm says, are sacrificing their lives and their freedom to do so. You know, so the Most High's men, the Most High's elect are out there. You know, and you are amongst them. You know, so every time I see brothers like, man, this man, the Lord, man, because you convinced, like, man, these brothers driving hours to do the work. These brothers congregating to be brotherly. These brothers doing sit downs, 2-3 hour live shows and doing, you know, stuff like that. And it's not for themselves. You know, it's all for the uplifting of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. So therefore, like, when you feel some type of way about a particular brother, it's best to just, it's easier said than done, but it's best to go ahead and just get past that.
Right.
You know?
Right. And if you don't address it, either, like you said, get past it.
Yeah.
And bro, and this is the last part of the scripture. Who can know it? Regarding the mind, it states Jeremiah 17:9, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
So it's desperately wicked, man, and who can know it? You know, so you gotta remove your emotions from the equation. You gotta take yourself from the equation, and then you gotta pray that the Most High work it out. You know, if I'm being Most High, if I'm being wicked, I'm going about this the wrong way. You know, forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Give me the spiritual insight and the spiritual strength to be able to get past this. You know, because we're gonna have worse things happen than this. Like, we're not even in the wilderness yet. We haven't reached the time of Jacob's trouble yet. You know, what if you feel some type of way? You know, you may be kind of shaky right now in the truth, and then Jacob's trouble come, and you go to a brother, and he like, you know, so you trying to, hey, man, I need somewhere to stay, man. Boom, this happening, bro. I can't go back home. And then you shake, you like, man, shit, man, he may bring, man, this dude may fucking kill me, man. He may rape my woman, man.
Right.
You know, you kind of be shaky. Like, we haven't reached the hard part yet.
Right.
So these little feuds and conflicts, you know what I'm saying, just man to man, just get over that, man. Right. You know, because it is what it is, bro. It's you know, I don't really have much to actually describe it. It's just like, you know, really just get over it. You know what I'm saying? It sucks. It's uncomfortable, but this truth, this walk is a very burdensome walk. You know. You had something to say, bro?
No.
All right. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11. It says, "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh B'Shem YAHAWASHI, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil."
That's right. So let's focus on wiles in the Greek.
Strong's G 3180, Methodia.
Methodia, and it says cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery.
Right, so that's actually going into how Satan can actually utilize you to have you bugged out and thinking you're right and the congregation or your camp is wrong, man. Okay, and so basically when we brought up the first scripture, Matthew the 18th chapter, and when you have brothers stating that, okay, you going off, this is not right, then you have the church utterly saying the same thing that the three witnesses are actually saying, or Salaki, the two witnesses are actually saying, and therefore Satan is utilizing the wiles to get you up out of here, man. Because like the elder Benjamin stated, he said, you know, when it's one brother, you know, that's either or. But when you have 2 and 3 witnesses, man, it's clarifying, man.
You have to fall back and just listen in. You know, it is what it is. A lot of brothers been brought to counsel. Some brothers are like counsel professionals. You know what I'm saying? They've been in there so much. It's like, oh man, back in here again. You know, but that righteous man falls 7 times, you know, and get back up, because like I said, it's a part of this walk, man. Things gonna happen, you know. And then even if you didn't do anything for that particular moment, think back on things that you did do, and then no judgment, punishment came speedily, man.
Right.
Bro, shit, it make you sit down and shut up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of things, bro. Hey, think about the stuff you did in the world, and then the stuff that you did in the truth. stuff you may have did to a particular brother, or things you may have did behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not perfect, so you can't say I've done no evil, I've done no sin.
Right.
The Lord be getting you, man.
Yeah.
He be getting you one way or another, and it's called judgment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to just really, like I said, fall back, and that's the truth, taking the low, because like, man, the Lord doing something. He's purging something out of me that shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
So just figure out what it is. You know, if you got to fall back and just be silent and just be self-examining yourself for a duration of time, hey, bro, that's a beautiful spirit to have. You know, because that humility and that circumspect spirit about you, it bleeds off, and you can see it because it shines like an aura on the brother, man. You can tell when the brother is like really just, oh man, brother's sincere, man. You know, and it makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you going through something that is true, like, oh man, most side getting on me, man. You know, it is what it is. Just deal with it. Get over it. Be a man, tough it up. Gird up them loins, as it is written. Gird up thy loins as a man. You gotta grab them nuts sometimes, bro, and just be like, you know, just fall back.
Right. You know what? I'm gonna read this. You can take it on. And this is Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13. It says, "Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman."
Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. And the first thing that Satan does, you know what I'm saying, he start plaguing your mind, you know, because if it's not a particular doctrine, are you talking about flat earth, are you talking about YAHAWASHI was born of an immaculate conception, or if you're talking about the
rape is symbolic now.
Yeah, rape being symbolic, you know what I'm saying, you're taking Esau's version, and not the biblical true meaning.
Not to put curses on people.
Not putting curses on your own people. When there are plenty of examples in the scriptures that went into that, because Israel is wicked and they need it. And one of the reasons that we are in this captivity is because our own people put curses on us anyway. Why are we here serving captivity?
Right.
When they killed YAHAWASHI and said, let his blood be upon us and our children.
Right.
Thank you very much, Israel.
Exactly.
You know? So the arguments aren't valid. But like I said, that plague of the mind, you know, it says, give me any plague but the plague of the mind. Give me leprosy. Give me some cancer. Yeah. You know?
AIDS.
Let my body deteriorate from the inside on out. But don't plague my mind. Let me be of a sane mind so I can constantly praise YAHAWASHI for whatever situation or plague that I'm actually going through. But not that plague of the mind, because that plague of the mind makes you forget. It makes you forget who's in charge. It makes you forget who actually loves you and looking out for your well-being. And it makes you like secretly like hate people. And I'm not talking about just people in the world, because we know how to feel about the 2/3, but it makes you hate those men that are laboring and fighting for that same penny. You know, because we all want the kingdom of heaven, and you gotta understand that the men around you are actual of the Most High's hopefully elect. In your eyes, they are the elect. You know, truth be told, the men around you, your eye, man, it's Most High's elect. But you specifically, you're like, oh man, Lord, we are among the Most High's elect. But you know, man, you know these brothers. Hey, and you know deep down inside, ain't nobody out here doing this according to the scriptures besides these great men that you see. Now you always humble yourself down and be like, man, Most High will among his elect. But when you see these men, bro, when you see these men out here doing the Most High's work, doing all these lessons and being just so brotherly one toward another, man, like, man, these the Most High's men right here. You know, all of them, every last one of them. I don't care if they piss you off. I don't care if they harsh. I don't care if they mean as hell. I don't care if they soft, you know, and gentle and meek, you know, and speak with you with a quiet tone, whatever the case may be. It's still a man of the Most High, a man of the YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. You know, Salaki for talking. I guess I'm kind of, you know, but hey, but that's all I had, bro.
Yeah. Hey, with that, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, YAHAWASHI.
Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. Hope you edified. Shalom.
Shalom.